All right. Hey, everybody. This is Barney, and just going to give us about a minute or so to make sure everything works and that we're ready to go live. So I am in my cottage, and I'm hardwired into the Starlink internet that we have here, which is pretty awesome. So if you guys could do me a huge favor, as you come in here for the live, can you just let me know where it is you're tuning in from? And as I jokingly always say, how does my hair look? So anyway, so I want to get straight to this. I can see that there's a couple of you on here. So again, just leave a comment and say, where are you tuning in from? And then also, as you're coming in, let me know if this is your first time. You can say, hey, this is my first time, or I'm a veteran. I've been doing this all 7 years that you've been doing this, Barney, for the summit. And I'm tuning in from Tulsa, Oklahoma, if that's a city in the right state. I think it is. So anyways, I live in Ontario, and you might have been hearing about all of the news happening with the truckers and the convoy here. There's a wide range of mixed opinions on it. I'm personally a supporter of it. But we're not going to be talking about politics tonight, but just because we're in Ontario, it's a big topic, even on the global stage, not just in Canada. So anyways, I'm up north, and I'm very grateful to be here with you tonight, and I'm glad that you guys are too. Nice to see you have 25 people on live already. And what I want to share with you tonight is some really exciting news. Okay, this has been the 7th year that we've been doing the summit. And it was a little bit confusing because some people are like, well, hey, you did 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20, and then you skipped 2021 and went right to 2022. Well, we were jokingly saying that because 2021 was quite the year, right? We've been having an interesting 2 years. But, you know, it's basically the reasoning being for it is because the fall was just really, really busy, right? So now we've officially moved to January, so the first month of every year. So next year, 2023, will be the 8th summit. We are planning that already. Okay, and by the way, you can feel free to go ahead and tag other people, your team members, any prospects or friends in this, because I'm going to share some really fun, exciting news. So anyway, so the summit was in January. I think it's been a great success. Of course, I'm going to say that, right, as I'm being biased. But it was really awesome. And we had a great mix of presenters that were returning and some new fresh speakers. We're going to be bringing in some new speakers again next year. And it's just pretty awesome. You know, having Mary Young speak and Jacob Young speak was really special, because if you didn't get a chance to ever meet Gary Young, I just think that we're just so incredibly blessed to have Young living. I just had a shower, okay, without too much TMI, but we don't have any bar soap. We forgot the bar soap. So what did I do? I used Thieves foaming hand soap, and I used the Thieves dish soap for shaving. I just shaved, and it worked perfect. I got it all lathered up, and I shaved, and then after I put on that Sensation oil, yeah, or lotion? Yeah. So the Sensation lotion, and I just thought, like, sometimes I think we forget how amazing the products are, right? You know, just because we use them on a daily basis. And so what's in my heart, and what always has been for many, many years, when I first had this vision to put this event together, because it has been a huge distraction for me rank advancing, and I'm planning on changing that this year. But I've been really inspired to do it, right? People leaders have said to me, like, why are you doing this? Like, it's great, it's awesome, but like, it's not helping you grow your OGV. But part of my vision is not just grow my own OGV. Of course, I want to do that, but I hope that you guys appreciate that. And I say that just out of the bottom of my heart, because I love doing it. I hope you guys are enjoying it. And this year was no stranger to technical difficulties and or challenges. I think every year there's always something. So part of the big news, I posted on the page just the other day saying we have some big news I'm going to announce. Did you guys, if you want to go ahead and guess. So here's what we're going to do. I have a couple of announcements that I'm going to make, so I want to keep this relatively short. But if you have any questions specifically about anything, about Itovi, our sponsors, about Get Oiling, who are also one of our sponsors, they're amazing people on both companies, or anything about the presentations, I'm going to clarify the options for you, because I know many of you have had a lot of questions. The last couple of days have been very busy for us, with my team and I answering questions about VIP, about the Super Summit Special, and about the All Access Digital Pass. Okay, so first and foremost, just mark the date for next year, 2023. It's going to be, I think it's the second or third Monday of every January. So I think it's the third Monday of every January is when we're going to be starting it. But nonetheless, it's going to be every January. We have had the first announcement is, if you missed this before, there has been an official partnership with Oily App. Basically, what's happening is that the summit and Oily App the summit is being acquired by Oily App, which means there's going to be a transition period. And the exciting part is that nothing's changing. I'm still going to be the pretty face for a little while of the summit. I'm still going to be massively involved. But if you know who Ernie Yarbrough is, Ernie and Myra Yarbrough, who are from Alabama, and she's a Royal Crown Diamond, and Ernie's along for the ride, being the wonderful, supportive husband, and the founder of Oily App. Then you have Dr. Jim Bob Haggerton, right? Dr. Jim Bob's absolutely awesome. And this future of the summit is just looking really bright, okay? Because we've been through a lot. There's been a lot of changes, a lot of improvements. We're going to be making improvements to the website this year, just to the whole experience for those of you who are VIPs. And so it's really awesome. So I just wanted to share that that's really awesome for the future of the summit, because this event, my highest intention for all of you is that I hope that you were infused and feeling more excited, right? There's just been a lot. I know Kevin just asking, like, anybody at YL mentioned about the improvements on the website. Now, I am in Canada, so I'm a little bit aloof to that because we don't have those website issues right now. But I know that there's been some website issues. So honestly, when people email in, they're like, oh, I can't get in, or, you know, my password's not working, or something's not working. I'm like, well, it's because you have 6 accounts. You got, 6 accounts. Yes, we've had people that signed up 6 times and somehow mistyped their email 6 different times, and then they didn't get the emails, right? Yahoo has been very challenging. And this other email provider, it was an old Comcast provider or Roadrunner. So some people just were not getting emails at all. People were getting really upset. Like, what? I signed up. Like, where's the emails? So I don't really hide a whole lot. Okay. When stuff happens, when stuff hits the fan, I just like to address it and be as transparent as possible. Listen, stuff happens. Young Living, it happens to Young Living. It happens to Netflix. It happens to Facebook. It happens to all the big platforms. But here's the thing. The one thing that you can trust on and rely on is Barney Kunze's word of being consistent over the last 7 years, that we've had an amazing run and we're going to have a very bright future. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Partnership with Oily App, it's going to be pretty awesome. Okay. So that's that. The other part is that some of you who were not able to be able to get on, I have an offer for you to extend in a very unique way. We've never done this before. And so what's going to happen, okay, is, and you have to qualify for this, and you can't make this up. If you signed up for the summit, and we can see, because we'll be able to see when you signed up, I'm going to give you instructions, okay? And what you're going to do is you are going to email into, I'm going to type this in, support@fullcircleholistichealth.com, which is my company name, or our company name. And you're going to email in. And here's what you're going to do. We're going to put you on a list. Let me get this up here. And if you had any issues with like logging in or whatsoever, if you just wanted to have a slight extension for you, okay, we're going to give that to you. But it's going to be on your terms. And here's the terms. You're going to have from February 1st to February 15th to do one thing. You email in, and we're going to give you a form. We're going to give you the form, and then you fill it out when you are ready, okay? And that campaign is going to finish, okay? So you have to have had signed up for free. Are you looking for mommy, honey? She's in the other bedroom. She's in the other bedroom. Okay, just one second. Life with 5 kids. Just 1 second, please. I don't know how to mute myself. Okay. All right. So if you have 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 kids, you always know that when you say, don't interrupt mommy and daddy when we're on the phone, what do? They want to come interrupt you, but I love them. They're cute. It's just can be distracting. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to email support@Full Circle Holistic Health. We're going to check your account, make sure that you had signed up. I don't care if you didn't sign in once. It doesn't matter. If you would like to have a slight extension, we're going to give it to you. And what we're going to do is we're going to give you 4 days. And so let's say Patty is a member in Jim Bob's community. We've done master cleanses together and lots of cool things, right, Patty? So if Patty, and I know this is true for Patty, so this is actually kind of funny. And Patty says, well, Barney, like, listen, life was busy. You know, we had the holidays, there was Christmas, there was New Year's, there was Black Friday, there was Thanksgiving, and there's all these things that were happening. And Patty says, well, but I really wanted to listen. You know, my intentions were to listen, but I couldn't make it. So then, you know, I literally, I'm not kidding. we've heard this 1,000 times at least this year. Okay. And then Patty, this is like, I'm obviously having fun with you. So I appreciate you, allowing me to do this. You allow me to do this, even though you don't have a choice. But regardless of the reason, if you want to extend it, we're going to give you 4 days. You're going to email in tomorrow, okay? And all you're going to say is 4-day access. That's all you have to say in the subject line or in there. We're going to put you on a list, and then we send you a form, and that form is you get to pick the days, okay? Because one of the things is that, I mean, this event is pretty awesome. It's 10 days, and again, of course, I'm biased, right? But I really genuinely believe that this is amazing. This event is free, but it is not free to put on. It costs a significant amount of money to put this thing together. All the technology, all the manpower and woman power, right? Just all the human power. And so, but one of the things is that if you miss the boat, right? If you came in on day 7 and you missed the boat, you're going to have, you know, sometimes it's just frustrating because you just missed it, right? Like Patty was like, well, I wanted to listen, but then life happened and I got busy and blah, blah, blah. But the thing is that we can't accommodate everybody's request. Like, hey, I was kind of busy on this day, and, you know, it's just, can you just extend it for me? But we can't do that for everybody. I hope you can appreciate that. But what we can do is listen and say, you know what? I realize that some people either had tech issues, they had communication, maybe they didn't get the emails, maybe they didn't hear about this in time. And it's inevitable every year we have people that come to us and they're like, I didn't hear about this till like day 9 or day 5, right? But we always say, just get as much as you can. We didn't just have a 2-day encore this year. We had a 4-day encore, but even with that, sometimes people still miss it. So what you do is you email in and you say 4-day access. So let me just put this in here, email in and put 4-day access. Okay. That's going to be a keyword. And then we're going to send you a form and you get to pick your dates. And that's what was my point, is that if if we just say, well, you get from this date to this date, like this Tuesday to this Sunday, or okay, that's not 4 days. Let's just say any 4-day period. Let's say Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It's a weekend. We think it's convenient. We say that. We do the encore. We've had people like, oh, I'm busy this 4 days. Can I extend it another couple of days? So anyway, so we just want to be able to give you the extension. Okay, so can I get a hallelujah? Put that in there and put 4-day access if you'd like to get notified about that. But you have to have had signed up for the free version. Okay. All right. So that's the free version. You have from anywhere between the 1st and the 14th, the 15th of February. So you have a 2-week period. You pick your start date. So Patty says, I want to do it Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We give her the form. As soon as she fills out the form and puts in her first name, last name, email, it's going to start the 4 days. And it's going to start that 4 days, okay, which is 24, 48, 96 hours of straight access. So you get to choose when is the most convenient in your life. Maybe it's Monday to Thursday, and it works better for you than weekends, right? Maybe you're Kevin, and you're a first responder. If Kevin's still doing that, I think you are, but hi, Kevin. Then maybe he's got a different schedule, so he's going to pick different days. So this way you get to pick and you fill out the form, but it has to be in before the 15th. If you don't fill out that form until February the 14th, then you're only going to have till the 15th. Okay. So if that makes sense, I hope that works for you. And what you can do is say, thank you, Barney. That's wonderful and awesome. Okay. So if you want to get the 4-day access, you can put that in here and then email in. Okay. Can you just let me know, Kevin and even Julie, does this help you? And Sue, does this help? Does this make sense? And is this clear? And if it does, then cool. Awesome. Perfect. And we got a hallelujah. All right. So that's the first thing. Okay. For the free people. Now, the other people who were the $77, the all access digital pass, many of you were legitimately freaking out and just being like, oh my gosh, wow, I didn't read the order form. I didn't realize that I only get access during the summit and during the encore until the end of the month, which is right now, and it was kind of risky doing a Facebook Live on the end of the month, because I mean, it's the 31st. So as soon as we're done this, get back to checking your VO and checking your team and working on if you're building and growing, of course. So that's why I want to be efficient with this. But there were, for whatever reason, there's some people that just did not read. And I mean this with the most amount of respect and love for my heart. But I asked people, I'm like, did you read the order form? And they're like, oh, I didn't realize it. And I get it. I do that too. I was like, you fill out order forms and then you're like, crap, I thought it was for a month, or I thought it was for this. And just sometimes you're like, oh, I want to do this. And you fill out the order form and then you forget what it was. So here's the thing. I'm going to talk to Ernie here shortly and Dr. Jim Bob, and we're going to be doing some special training. And this is only available for VIPs and All Access Digital Pass members. So if you are now All Access Digital Pass, if you bought the $77 package, you not only have had unlimited viewing access up until now, but you also will be receiving an email with a link to download all of the PDFs. We're going to need at least 2 weeks to clean them up for you. So we take all of the videos and we take the video and then we extract it and make the audio. And then we take the audio and then we transcribe it. And a human actually goes through and it's like 90, I'm going to say 90 to 95% accurate. There's some words that you'll catch and you're like, oh, you can hear that it sounds a little bit different, but it's because it can be very tricky to get it 100% perfect and very expensive. But nonetheless, you get all the PDFs. They're awesome. I personally don't like the PDFs, like the transcripts. My personality is like, I am not going to download all those PDFs and read through them. But some people just love it. They're like, oh my gosh, these are just amazing. And I can download them. I can put them on a computer. I can read them, whatever. Okay, that's cool. So you get the $77 All Access Digital Pass people, customers. We appreciate your support because it bridges the gap from the free version until you get to VIP if you decide to go VIP. Okay, so we're going to extend that for you for the entire month of February. Okay. So if I'd say Jim Bob's line here, I'd pretend to hold a mic and say, mic drop. Okay. So you're not just getting cut off because technically it said in the order form, your access was getting cut off yesterday, but we didn't do that. So we're going to extend it to the end of February. Why? Because we want to give you the taste of what it's like to be a VIP. And why, you might say, well, Barney, wow, like I knew that you were cool before, but man, this is like, your Canadianness is like becoming even more cool, right? I hope you're having fun with me here because laughter is very important, as is breathing fresh air. Laughter is very important for your immune system. You got to make sure you keep your immune system strong these days, right? So we want to do this for the month of February to give you an extension, and we're going to give you the perks and benefits of being a VIP, but only for the month of February. And then after that, you lose access to everything. But the benefit to it, and if you're listening, you're like, man, this is really cool. I'm on the free version. Like that 4-day access sounds cool, but I could get another 26 days for $77. You get the PDFs. So you can do that. Okay. And I'm going to put the order form in here for you. I'm going to put the buy now page for you. I'm going to leave it up for a little while. And I'm going to just put this in here. So if you want to go and do this, you can. You get the PDFs. You get the entire month of February. And you get access to 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 2020. So let's just call it summits 1 through 6. And then number 7, which is the 7th summit right now, the one that we just did, you'll have access to 450 presentations at the touch of your fingertips right through our membership site. And why? Because I'm kind of selfish in the sense that I want it really genuinely from my heart of hearts. I'm a very aggressive, driven entrepreneur with lots of creative ideas, and I thrive on seeing you guys succeed, on seeing my team succeed. And I would love nothing more than at the end of the February for you to turn around and say, listen, you know what? There was a lot of stuff that was going on with, Young Living and the website, and there was this, and there was the world that, and there was all this stuff happening right now. I have a list of probably about 15 really great testimonials, which I'm going to get to, of people just saying like, I was kind of feeling burnt out. I was like ready to tap out. You saw people, leaders, very high ranked, very high, well-respected and well-known leaders in Young Living just completely peace out and go to another company. I don't really care, right? I didn't really know them personally. And if you do choose to do that, that's cool. But the thing is, for those of us who are in Young Living, who are dedicated and committed to Gary Young's mission and vision of bringing essential oils to every home in the world and continuing our mission and growing our team and loving on our people and just building and growing our impact and increasing our income and increasing the ability upon which we can have an impact in our community, then this is for you. So at the end of February, you could write a really nice email if you choose to Barney, and the team and say, listen, you know what? I bought that All Access Digital Pass. I was really fired up. I got my feet closer to the fire. I got re-inspired. I got re-engaged. I listened to these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or 50 presentations. And I was able to kind of just re-engage my mind again and re-engage my heart and just get back to it. Just dust yourself off. If you've fallen down, if you felt beaten up before or right now and you feel just a little bit frustrated, so what? You know what? I say this with a smile on my face. Suck it up, buttercup. Dust yourself off and just keep going, okay? And how I can say that with a smile on my face and be genuinely sincere is because I felt that way too, you know? So I know how you feel, and I felt that too. And what I've been finding, it was really inspiring for me listening and hearing, even though sometimes people were emailing in and getting frustrated and having issues. I'm like, there's that. And then there's other people like, wow, this is just amazing. Like I've been in Young Living for so long, or I just got started and this is amazing. So that's that, okay? If you decide that you want to invest in and help support us to continue to keep offering this great event every year, because that's what you're doing when you pay us money, we use it to continue to keep fueling growth and investing in the website, the membership site, and our app. Okay, so you're going to have access for the whole month of February. You get the PDF transcripts, and then we're going to do some bonus trainings. And I'm going to share with you some ideas that I found that it would work for my team, and some other ideas that I have for you that I think you're going to really like, where you can share all the presentations with your team. Okay. So Kevin, as you can see, I paid him 20 Canadian dollars, which is about $2.50 American, right? A little bit of humor there. But I appreciate you, Kevin. I know Kevin and his wife, Wendy, have been VIP members for quite a few years. And yeah, it's great to hear that you renewed, you know, and it's important. When I was running my gyms, real quick story, one of my trainers, coaches, and consultants in the fitness industry said, Barney, a good trainer is not just somebody who can sell somebody a training package and help get them started on like a 12-pack or, you know, 15-pack, just the first package of sessions. But the really great trainers are the ones who can renew clients time and time again. Why? Because they didn't just make a sale and get a quick buck and get the credit card and get the cash and just buy time and just, you know, just show up and be there, but they delivered value and helped the client change and get results. So I'm presuming that Kevin saw and sees value in continuing to renew as a VIP. And so I take that as a compliment. And, you know, even though we're not perfect, we have lots of challenges we're always working on, but that's that. So anyways, so that's All Access Digital Pass. Okay. So I'll put the link here. If you want to go, you can go to the buy now page. You can buy the All Access Digital Pass. It's simple and clean. It's a one-time purchase. It's nothing recurring. It's $77. Okay. So now I'm going to get to the VIP. And I need to just check my notes, make sure I'm on track. By the way, if you have any questions about anything, just go ahead and put it in the comments, and I will do my best to answer. Okay. So VIP is this. You can subscribe monthly or yearly, and it's 19. I'll put in yearly is $197, and this is tricky for Barney to do this, or $19.95 monthly. Okay, which is VIP. Now, I think it's really inexpensive, but I understand that sometimes if you're paying for like Get Oiling, maybe you're paying for Itobi, maybe you're paying for my YL website or other things. I'm just going to tell you this. From a straight up business coaching and consulting perspective, I run a marketing and advertising business as well. And I love it. I love all things online marketing and digital, but you got to take an inventory of what you're paying for on a monthly basis. And there's some accountability. You can't just say, oh, I'm not going to use this and this and this and this. You look and say, how can I best use these to not see them as an expense and to turn them into an investment? And I know sometimes you just have to look at it, and sometimes certain things might have to, you know, kind of take the cut or take a hike, meaning you can't have everything, right? But the thing is with VIP, when we started this, we had people in the beginning who were buying the 2015, the 2016, the 2017 summit, and we started with the app in 2016 and we launched it in 2017. But we had members that were coming and saying, this is great, Barney, but I can't afford to pay $297 every year, which is what we would sell the digital downloads for, or the flash drive, where you would just have a one-time purchase. We would send you a flash drive. It would have the video, the audio, and the transcripts on there, or we would send you a link and you can download it. But the tricky part is that people thought, well, that's great. That's awesome. But now I've got the first year and then the second year, and there's a lot of space getting used on my computer. And then I'll use a Canadian saying here, I'm out and about. We don't say it oot and a boot. But we're out and about, and I'm at my friend Sherry's place, and I wanted to share this presentation with Dr. Jim Bob. But I was at home on my computer. So that's why we came up with the app. The VIP membership gives you access to the membership site where you've been watching the presentations, which is going to be going through a facelift in the next couple months and improving the community aspect and components. But you have instant access. So right now, if you're a VIP, you can have 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and then 2022. So just the first 7 or the last 7 summits, including this year's content. And I think there's 450 plus presentations. So that's how you can get instant access. Okay. And in addition to that, we designed and developed an app a couple of years ago, because where my story was going is that people wanted to share, right? They're like, well, I want to share this with my team, but like, how do I do this ethically? How can I do it with permission? And how can I do it when I have all of this stuff on my computer? And then there's all this tech stuff that people have to kind of worry about or think about, and it takes up space in your computer. So then we developed this app. Now, if you're going to go look for the app, or if you bought VIP and if you didn't see this in your email, it's not in the App Store right now. So don't get all concerned and worried. Okay, this isn't like a bait and switch, like, aha, you bought VIP, but the app's not there. We intentionally took it out of the App Store. Why? Because it's going through a little bit of an overhaul right now. When we load in the new content, we're expecting it to be around the 15th of February. It might be a little closer to the 20th. So just know that you have access to the membership site. But we want to get it done as soon as possible. Why? Because from the app, you can actually, you download the app, same username and password as you log into the website, then you get access to the app. The beautiful part is that you can actually download the video, the audio, and the transcripts to your phone, so that if you are traveling, I'll say this as a joke, if you can travel, unlike me, I can't leave the country due to my medical decisions. A little bit of a joke, but anyways, if you can travel, you go into airplane mode, then at least you can download content and have it on your computer or on your phone, and it works. But you can, the video, the audio, and the transcripts are all there. And what's really neat about it is that when you're busy, when you're, splitting wood and piling wood like I was the other day, or out walking the dog, or doing the laundry, or doing the dishes, or cleaning the house, whatever it is that you're doing, when your mind is free, relatively free, but your body's busy, then that's where you put in the app, put in an earbud or headphone, and start listening, and let these presenters' knowledge and wisdom continually educate you. And it's centralized. You're not all over the place in Vimeo and YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and having all this stuff all over. It's all in one place, in one app. It's trusted, it's vetted, it's compliant, it's timely, it's relevant, and it's all dedicated to Young Living. The beautiful part about this, the biggest feature, is the ability to share. So if you have a team member and you want to share something with them, you just put in their name, their email, and their phone number. Okay, pardon me, their name, their first name, their last name, and their email, and then you just hit share. It will send them an email. Okay, so I'm going to share this with Sherry. I send the email to Sherry, and I send her the presentation. She's going to get an email saying, hey, Barney shared this presentation with you. And then I'm just going to call her, right? People in my generation do this. Other people answer the phone like that. And if you're really old, you pick up the phone like this, right? It's a little bit of a joke. But you could either call, text, or just message Sherry and say, hey, I sent you that presentation. Go look for it in your inbox. It's going to sit there forever until she clicks on the link within the email. Once she clicks on the link, then you get notified that Sherry clicked on the link, and then it sets the timer so she has 24 hours to watch that presentation. Okay, so if you let that sink in for a minute, now you're not only able and capable with VIP to go and, let me just put this link back up, to go and use the membership site from your computer. You can log in through your app, right? And so you can actually then share these presentations. And so what I recommend, and we're going to go through this a little bit more in the training later in this month or in February, is that you just share a couple presentations every day. You 5 presentations every day. You get 150 presentations a month that you get sent out. That's 150 seeds that are planted to people that are in your team, that are really active, that are inactive, that are about to go inactive, prospects, leads, or just strangers that you want to share these presentations with, and you have permission to do so. And what it does is that email will come from you. So when they reply back and say, hey, that was really awesome, it's going to come back to you. Okay. So we put a lot of thought into this. And this is definitely how beneficial I think that it is. So that's VIP. Okay. So that's that. And then I have a couple other things I want to share. And Sue says here, yes, I listen when doing yard work or housework for sure. And the beautiful part is when you're doing that, then you can always be educating yourself. And so that's pretty awesome. Now, the last thing I'm going to tell you real quick is we have the Super Summit special. Okay. It's on the website on the Buy Now page. You can see it. But basically what it is it's something that I found an old stash of inventory from the back in the first 2 years when we did the summit in 2015 and 2016. And they're flash drives. I had it in my back pocket and I changed pants. The flash drive looks like a little credit card. Okay. And it's a 64 gigabyte flash drive. And I was able to figure out how to compress without compromising quality and get 2015. So 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So 6 years of the summit. So all of the years except for this year is on that one flash drive. The short math is that the digital download packages for each year is $297. Let's just keep simple math. So $300 times 6 is $1,800. And then you add VIP. And so if you were to actually pay that amount, and the exact math is $1,979, but of course we're not going to charge you that. But right now we have 76 of these left. And if you have the cash, you just pay for it in one easy payment of $494. So it's like, I think it's a 75% discount. And once these are gone, they're gone. Okay. There's no high pressure sales tactics for me. If you want it, go grab it. Okay. You can buy it. You can keep the VIP. You could gift the flash drive to somebody on your team. I don't care. But all I'll say is there is only 76 of these left. Once they're gone, they're gone. Could we make more in the future? Possibly. But I don't know that we will, because it's a lot of work to take all of that content on the flash drive. And you honestly, the biggest reason why you would do that is because you do get VIP. So you do have the benefits of everything I just mentioned about with VIP, but you also get the flash drive with having everything on one flash drive. And what's nice about that is that if you ever decide that you don't want to renew, then you'll always have that flash drive. And as long as you've made a backup, then you'll always have the flash drive and have a backup. The only thing that we ask you to do is to not duplicate the content. So don't go to Mary's house and plug it into her computer and download all the content. And just don't duplicate it or replicate it. Okay. But you do have permission to use the app, the membership site, or the flash drive to have a small little gathering in your house. Again, we're going to go over more about this in the training, and start getting meetings back going, right? If you're not doing meetings right now, I know there's been a lot of like weirdness, I'm just going to say. And I think it's just important to get back to being in the same room as human beings and not having everything on Zoom. Like, I love technology. I love marketing. I love everything about it, but there is a dark side to it, and we don't get that connection. I'm grateful that wherever you guys are right now, that you chose to invest some time with me and hang out so we can chat about all this. But at the end of the day, you can't replace in person, right? So the point is that you get a couple of people together, right? And you can do that this month. So start making plans right now. Buy VIP, get the Super Summit special, or get the All Access Digital Pass. And every week for the month of February, pick one night and invite some people over from your team. You don't have to have a massive event, have 3 to 5, maybe 10 people, and just have a little bit of a social event, and then sit down and pick one of the presentations that really inspired you, that you really enjoyed, that really, opened your mind or expanded your heart, and just sit down and say, listen, we're going to listen to Sarah Harnish for 48 minutes, just talk about how to get your business on back, how to get unstuck, because her presentation was really, really great. So bless Sarah's heart, and send some prayers out to her for her healing as she fights against cancer right now. But the thing is that you could do that, right? Just it doesn't have to be big, and you don't have to know everything about everything. You can just sit down, invite your friends over, your team members over, have a cup of tea, right? And then put on the presentation, watch it, and say, wow, that was pretty awesome. What did you guys like best, right? And you can allow the presentations to work for you. So again, selfishly for Barney, I'm thinking forward to try to help give you ideas so you can see how you can turn this not into an expense, but into an investment, right? And then at the end of the month, you're either going to continue on. If you're only on the All Access Digital Pass, keep being a VIP member. If you VIP, awesome. And or if you want to do Super Summit Special, that's awesome too. Okay. So that's my sales pitch for you. Okay. We would absolutely love and appreciate your support, because your paid support goes a long way to helping us to continue to keep making sure that we can offer this for free, but also because as this is a business venture for me, it allows us to continue to keep things running, right? But more importantly, in fair exchange, right? to be able to have this great content at your fingertips anywhere, anytime. And there's no limit. If I didn't say this, there are no limitations, zero limitations. You could share 1,000 presentations a month and it won't cost you any more, okay? And if you have a big team, you can go through, and I have wonderful, amazing virtual assistants, 3 of them. They're all in the Philippines, JC, Charm, and Bianca. 2 of them have been with me for over 2 years. Bianca, I've been working with her on a contract basis for 3 years now. I hired her full time. She is amazing. They are amazing. If you have an assistant, you could give them as a task and say, listen, I want you to go through my whole team, and maybe you guys come up with a bit of a plan, and then you give them access to the app. They log in and they can go through and type in the information and be sending these presentations to people. You know who you're sharing with or who they're sharing with. And this might sound kind of silly. You're like, well, why would I get an assistant, a virtual assistant to do that? Like, I can just do that. Well, I would just say you could, but if you don't, then this is a creative way to be able to delegate something so you can put somebody else in charge, to leverage technology, to leverage some automation, to leverage the fact that we have put a lot of money and time and energy and effort into this app and into VIP to be able to help you. Okay, that's what it is. All right. So yeah, so let me see here. Yeah, so Sue says Barney's hair is absolutely positively amazing. I always like to make one of those jokes. She says, no, the last bit of info about sharing changed my mind to go VIP. I mean, for sure. I think it's a great decision, but of course I'm biased, right, Sue? And if anybody's watching this that was once a VIP, you can come back. We'll be glad to have you back. And the other thing too is be thinking about your team members, right? And it's important when you look at like trainers like Eric Worre and Brian Carruthers and some of these third-party, you could say brand generic network marketing professionals or trainers and educators. What they will say, what Brian will say, is that if any time you are talking about something, if your mouth is moving and you're teaching a class, it should be about talking about a tool or an educational resource that anybody can pick up and say, here's the pocket reference guide, here's the desk reference guide, right? To be able to share that you don't have to answer all those questions, just say you empower your team. Same thing for VIP. You go through, you lead the way, you get started. Now, keep in mind that the app is not going to be re-released until the middle of February, okay? So you can get your learn on through the membership site right now, okay? But then you can get going, and then once you start sharing, right, you go to your leaders or your team members, say, yeah, you can go get a VIP membership, right? Yearly, you're in for a year, and then when you renew, then you're in for another year, right? As long as you're active, you get access. If you're monthly, you can cancel at any time. But so there's no long-term contracts or anything. You just go monthly. And ideally, you get started and then they get started and then you train them how to do it and share that, because then you're getting some duplication going on, right? That's a duplicable action if I'm using the right word, okay? So I think I've talked that about enough. Go ahead and grab VIP and or get the Super Summit Special if you can fit that into your budget. It is a higher ticket item. It's $497. I think it's $494 and like 75 cents or something. It's a bit of an odd number because of how the percentage worked out. But that's, and we do have a payment plan. So if you want to do that, you can pay over 3 easy payments to make it a little bit easier if you don't have the cash right now to pay for it all front. But I just want to say there's only 76 of those. So if you want to get one, go for it. Okay. Now there's a couple other things I want to share about how to be able to get access to all 7 years, 450 presentations. I already said you can do that with All Access Digital Pass. You can do that with VIP. And then how to share, right? So Sue is going to be a new VIP member. Look forward to having you, Sue, and to really help you, because really at the end of the month, when we get to the end of February and Sue says, wow, like I joined VIP, right? And if I was you, if you're going to do yearly, look at it and say, okay, if I could sign up 5 members this month, I'm plus $50 approximately. I know it's a little bit different between Canada and the US, but you've now just paid for VIP. You have use for it for another 11 months. You put another $50 in your pocket. And now you've leveraged the investment. And so when you're thinking as a business owner, if you are growing your business, or if you just you don't care about the sharing and you're like, I'm just in this for myself and I just love learning. Well, that's cool too. Then you're investing in yourself. You're investing in your future by being able to leverage those presentations to be able to just listen, watch, and read anywhere, anytime. And if you do want to share with somebody, then you can, right? So that is about that with VIP. And then the bonus coaching, I already mentioned that. I'm just going through my list to make sure I covered everything. And then the big reveal for the big news really is just especially, for it was about Oily App, that we've partnered with Oily App, and then also the free version, right? So the free version, just a quick little recap if you're coming on late or after, is that you can email support at Full Circle Holistic Health. I'm going to pull it up here one more time. I'm looking at the hallelujahs in here, which is awesome. And you're just going to email in and put, it doesn't show up here on the screen right now, but it shows it on the comments. And all you have to do is just email in the subject line or in the message body and just put in 4-day access. And then you email support at fullcircleholistichealth.com. Or just reply to one of the emails, and then you can get that, and we'll send you a link, and then you can activate the 4 days whenever it works for you between now and the February the 15th. Okay. And hey, Deborah, I see Deborah Blackburn on here. Maybe I don't know if she's still on or not. And Tanya also uses Steve's foaming hand soap in the shower. Maybe next time try the dish soap, because it actually was pretty good. It lathered up pretty good, not like the regular stuff, toxic crap that like really lathers up, but it was pretty good enough that I could shave my head and do my hair for you guys tonight. And then the last thing is the main Itovi, our main event sponsors. These guys are really awesome. Now, I don't know when you're going to be watching this, if you're watching live, but if you're interested in getting an Itovi, we did a call. It's on our Facebook page. Scroll down and go and watch it. It was really good. I had a great call with John McGarry, who used to be the lead sales manager, I think is what he said. He was in charge of sales for Young Living back. I think it was around 1998, 1999, I think. Or did he say 2008, 2000? No, it was 2009, not 9, because I was right at the beginning of Young Living. So I think it was 2008, 2009. So I didn't know him then because I didn't really get started till like 2013 myself personally. Anyways, he's a really cool dude. Another bald-headed guy too. And we talked about Itovi, and if you don't know what that thing is, what the device is, it's basically just a little device that you can use. It uses bioimpedance, and it does a scan. It's really fascinating. They've been around for a long time. They're a very solid company, and we were able to organize and get a little special for you. If you're interested in getting one, you can save $50. All of the details are explained in the video, but I just want to give them a shout out and also say thank you when they watch this. Because if it wouldn't be for sponsors, just so you guys know, and I don't want you to feel like pressured that you have to go and get an Itovi if you don't want one, but just go check it out, because it's something that I really think that it will help you grow a lot. And it's just a tool that it's another duplicable tool. It's something that takes the guesswork out of being able to give recommendations and suggestions that are accurate to your team. And it's something that other people on your team can go and get their own Itovi. So you can go there to that link, or you can just use the promo code. And again, by the way, I don't like, sometimes you're like, oh, by the way, I don't get commission, so don't worry. Like, I have no weirdness. If I was earning commission for sharing this, I would tell you, okay? Because if you're weirded out by that and you're in network marketing, I would say that's kind of silly, because that's how we make money. We get paid based for referrals. But I say that because that's not the reason I'm promoting, is because 1, they're a sponsor, 2, I'm a customer, 3, I believe in it, and 4, it's just a phenomenal tool. So I just think that if you're going to get one, you can use that code. I think that code might only be good till today. So if you're watching this as a replay, but if you email them because I was going to ask them that if you guys are watching this later as a replay, I'll see if I can maybe stretch it out for the month of February, but I don't know if they'll do that. And Sue, so this is great, Sue. Thank you for sharing this, by the way. My team loves to do the Itovi whenever they see me. They purchase more from the recommendations. I mean, honestly, I think that you'd be silly not to have an Itovi. I think that, I'm not going to call you silly. I just think that it would be silly if you didn't have an Itovi and if you weren't a VIP. And of course I'm biased, right? But why would I be here at 9:45 on a Monday night talking to you guys and sharing this? It's because I'm not just trying to sell you all this stuff. It's because I just want to help. I genuinely, from my heart of hearts, get fulfillment out of. And I hope that you can sense that through the team. Sometimes on the weekends, I'm the one answering the support tickets and answering the messages and emailing you guys and helping you guys, because I love it. My wife knows that like I do as much as I can to help, but this is my time or our time when we do the summit that I just want to be full on and fully focused. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the summit. I really didn't see a lot of questions on here. I didn't know if you guys were going to have lots of questions for me or not. Just know that I'm accessible. You can find me on, if you want to follow me personally, Barney Kunze on Instagram and Facebook. I'm also on LinkedIn, but mainly Instagram and Facebook. If you want to follow me personally, if you don't, that's okay. But keep connected with us through the summit. If you're going to be joining us with one of the paid options, thank you. If you decide not to, thank you for participating. There's no pressure, no obligation, but just make sure that you do look at it and say, this is awesome. Like I just want to be able to turn this into an investment. I can take VIP monthly or yearly or the all access digital pass or the Success Super Summit Special and turn that into an investment. When you have that mindset, instead of like, oh my goodness, like it's a cost, it's an expense, it shifts. It completely changes how you look at things. And there's a saying, a metaphysical saying that says this: when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So think about that. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. When you look at the summit, look at VIP, look at the Super Summit Special, look at the Itobi as an investment, not an expense, it shifts your brain and your mindset, because then you start thinking, well, who else can I serve? Who can I help? Who can I find? Who can I impact? Who can I educate? Who can I teach? Who can I empower? Who can I connect with? Because it changes it, because you're looking to make an investment in yourself. You already did. And then you want to invest in somebody else. They get inspired, just like Sue said, and said, wow, I love the Itobi. And then they go buy more products. Your OGV grows. You get to the next rank. You bring in more people to the team. Your paycheck grows. I mean, that's how it works, right? But when the mindset is of, this is an expense, I can't afford it, I got to cut everything. And I get it. Sometimes it's not possible, okay? However, it is a choice, right? And when you look at it as an investment, then the time that you chose tonight here hopefully was well worth it. And if not, as I jokingly will say, keep your opinions to yourself. So yeah, Kevin, and this is, I know I really appreciate this, Kevin, and I know that I'm not fishing for compliments, but I will take them once in a while. But yeah, Kevin says I'm the man. Well, I appreciate that. I'm glad some people think so. Not everybody does. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Okay, that's the big news. I don't see any other questions here. Let me just through here. Again, Sue says the last bit changed about going to VIP. And you also have now Kevin is sharing about the Animal Wellness Summit is amazing. So the only thing that I would say, because I know Kevin, you're a platinum member, which I won't go into right now, but we have a platinum membership, which is you can get access to all of the Animal Wellness Summit. So we have 4 summits. The fifth one's going to be done this year, Kevin, just in case you're wondering. And so and it's an animal wellness event that it was inspired by Liz Reyes, who was from California, but I think her and her husband might be in California or Colorado. Nonetheless, another gold leader. And it's great. It's so if you're an animal lover, you might really like Platinum, and Platinum is a blended membership of our Animal Wellness Summit and our Young Living Summit. Okay. So I know Kevin, just to reiterate that, because Kevin was talking about that. And Sue, I see your email here. I won't put that up in the call. And yeah, so Charlotte, just to clarify, maybe I didn't confirm or clarify this. So you're getting 4 days. So if you're on the free version, you want to take us up on the offer, it's 4 days. So 4 times 24 is 96. So you get 96 hours. Okay. And we've got some hallelujahs here. Peggy says, thank you. So yeah, I don't see any questions. I'm just checking here. My Toby arrived today. Awesome. So Julie, if you're still on here, just out of curiosity, did you order it? Did you order it from the other night when we had the call? If you did, that would be awesome. I'll tell John. Because again, it's good. Regardless whether you use that link that we have, it's just for tracking, to be honest, but it's the only way that you get that little special. And Bernadette saying, yeah, my Toby came today. And some other people just tagging everybody. So I think, again, there's no questions here. And another thing that Sue says, yes, you can write it off as a business expense for sure. You absolutely can. It's an investment as an expense for sure, and you can write it off. So that's all I have for you guys. Okay, that's the big, super duper, crazy, wicked, wild, and ridiculously awesome news. And I know sometimes people are like, are you always on like this? Well, not always, but tonight I was, and I'm excited that I was able to flip it on and share with you some inspiration. So again, last call to action here. Go ahead and, oh, wow, I totally missed this part. When you join VIP, because we had somebody ask, they're like, Barney, if I join VIP, why do the All Access Digital Pass members get the transcripts and why don't I get the transcripts? Well, we're changed that this year. And if you are a VIP member, before it was just for the VIP yearlies, but we're just going to make it that if you're a VIP, we're going to give you that bonus. So if you're an active VIP right now, so Kevin, you would qualify because you're a platinum member. But if you're an active VIP monthly or yearly, we're going to give you access. We're going to send you the link so you can actually download the presentation or the PDF transcripts. Because normally if you're a VIP, you can't download the videos, the audios, or the transcripts to your computer. But on the app, you can download it and save it so that when you're out and about and you don't have Wi-Fi or cellular data, then you can listen to the presentations. But we are going to give you that as a bonus. So if you join VIP or when you join VIP, you will get the PDF transcripts. If you get the Super Summit Special, you will also get the transcripts from this year. And then if you join as an all access digital pass, you'll get it as well because that's one of the benefits as well. Okay. All right. So thanks a lot, guys. Really appreciate it. And Terry, I remember you were on the call with John, and I know you were asked, I think I remember correctly that you were asking some really great questions. So, and not that it really matters, but let me know if you guys did buy it. Just let us know and just put in the comments that, yeah, I bought it off from that call, or, you know, I was inspired by that call with you and John, and you purchased it just because it'd be good. Cause I want to be able to tell them they were a sponsor, and the way that we have reciprocity, right, in fair exchange, is they pay us money to be a sponsor. This is how it works. Right. And we want to be able to give them support back to be able to help bring them more customers. Because really, this is not like, here, just buy this like little widget and it's kind of cool and, you know, maybe it'll help. It is a very, very powerful tool. So I'm glad that you did get it, Terry. And she said, yes, it was me. So I remember you. Okay. Sometimes I have members of my gym that I see years later. I'm like, hey, Susan, like, Barney, like, is that you? So I'll remember it. I had people call in and they'll be like, hey, I have a question. Like, what is this, Barney? I'm like, yeah. Hey, Susan, or hey, Mary. And they're like, yeah, I don't know if you remember. I'm like, I remember who you are. You were a VIP. You joined in 2016. Because I read my reports and check everything, check on you guys. Maybe not everybody, but I usually remember most people's names. And I took a speaking course one time when in 2005, before I started my gym's last store, and I'll let you guys go. But technically, if you wanted to peace out anytime, you can. And it was called the Christopher Course. And the Christopher Course was about just speaking. And one of the things that I learned that I really took to heart is remember people's names. So when I look at Terry's face, even I'm presuming that's Terry on there, in my brain, I just keep saying Terry Walker, Terry Walker, Terry Walker, Terry Walker, Terry Walker. So when I see her face or I see Kevin and I remember and I have that association. So if you meet people, okay, and you have a hard time, you've ever heard anybody say like, oh, I'm terrible with names. I just can't remember people's names. I just like, what's your name again? And if you keep repeating that in your head, that's what's going to keep happening. But if you just, when you meet somebody and you shake their hand, you look in their eyes and you're like, Barney, 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 and always try to fit in their name. Like, hey, Terry, this is awesome. You know, it's a great question, Terry. And you try to fit their name into the conversation. Number one, they feel more connected because they're like, oh, like they remember my name, right? But it's that association and it creates an imprint. So every time you see the brain or the brain sees the face, the name comes up. And sometimes I'll say a person's name and then I forget that I knew them, even though I knew them, right? But there's a little tip, okay? Just because I like to try to get to know as many of our VIP members as possible. So good on you for doing that, Terry. And Tanya says, out for delivery, can't wait to get it. And buying mine now. So Linda's going to go ahead and get her Itobi. So I put the link there for you. And then let me know in the comments if you're going to go VIP. If not, I'm never talking to you again. You can just leave and never come back. Okay, I'm just kidding. So anyways, stay blessed, stay grateful, stay humble, stay hungry. And I promise this is the last thing I'm going to share with you. But Dr. Jim Bob and Jody Meschuk and I have been doing the Master Cleanse Challenge for quite a while here as a group. We could kind of team up on the group as coaches. So if you're interested in the Master Cleanse, we're doing another one in March. It's a phenomenal, very great complementary cleanse to the Young Living lifestyle. It's very affordable. If you want to do it, you can just put Master Cleanse or email us. Just email us in support@fullcircleholistichealth.com. Master Cleanse will put you on the wait list and let you know. But we just finished it, and I know Deborah Blackburn, we've done cleansing together, and Patty, if she's still on here, we did the Master Cleanse together. It's just great, and I think that everybody should do the Master Cleanse and go a VIP or get the Super 7 special and get an iToby. Okay? So thanks, guys. Have a great night. If you think I did a great job, please let my boss know, and that way I might get a raise. And if not, then you just keep your opinions to yourself and have a good old night. Okay? Thank you very much. All right. Thank you for allowing me to serve you guys, and we'll talk to you soon. And I'll be back on live probably within the next week. Okay? See you later, guys. Bye-bye.